Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 149. Tesla's Plaid Model S is hitting the streets in Europe. And Tesla released its big holiday software updates, and it got a lot of great stuff. And Tesla also launched Tesla Electric. And demand for Tesla is still looking strong, despite rumors of the opposite. And Volkswagen is admitting software problems and is taking steps in the wrong direction. And Skoda may exit China to help out Volkswagen. And former CEO of Ford, Mark Fields, had some good things to say about Tesla, but is still missing the big picture. And new tech makes utility-scale solar costs drop by 20%. And we have a new king of the drag strip, beating the Tesla Model S. All this and much more on today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Let's take another look at the Tesla's demand in China that is still catching a lot of headlines these days. We have been talking a lot about Tesla's demand in China and if it was going down. Well, so far it has not really been going down, and if it is, Tesla is just so far ahead that it's hard to see. Just look at this chart here. Tesla's Model Y sold 52,424 retail units in China in November, more than 4 times as many as second place, the BMW X3. But more importantly, as Matthias pointed out in his tweet about this article, the Model Y sold more units than the second to the 6th best-selling premium SUV combined. So if Tesla has a demand problem for their Model Y, well, what does the other 5 best-selling SUVs have? Yep, no one is even close. And there has been some rumors about Tesla halting production in the last week of the year in its Shanghai factory, but Tesla have been out saying that is not true. And as I have said last week, why would they do that? It would make no sense, as Tesla is ramping up, so it would make no sense whatsoever to shut down production when they can just export more cars if demand in China can't keep up. So the only reason to do that would be for an upgrade of the production line, but that does not make any sense either to do that at the end of the year. Why not wait until Q1? And they just did a production line upgrade only 5 months ago, so that would be a very early to do another one. So again, in my opinion, those rumors does not really make a lot of sense, and so far we are not seeing any new ships leaving China. So Tesla will try to deliver all their cars they make in December in China, it seems, just like they normally do, but that could be close to 100,000 units we're talking about here being delivered in China domestically. That will still be a huge amount of cars. So if Tesla is cutting production, I can only see that as Tesla's demand can't keep up with production in China, and Tesla can't get more ships to export cars this year. But I don't think they will shut down production, but we have to wait and see. But the Model Y is not only doing well in China, it is doing great everywhere. If we look at Germany, we can also see the rapid growth the Model Y has done this year compared to last year. It is just shooting straight up as a rocket, still dominating in Germany and the rest of Europe. And let's take a look at the US EV market, because that is growing fast and Tesla is still dominating. In the US, BEVs are rising fast. In the first 10 months of the year, the BEV market share has gone up from 2.9 last year to 5.3 so far this year. So EVs are taking on quick and seems to be doubling this year as expected. So competition must really be coming for Tesla, right? Well, not really. They are growing faster than Tesla as they come from a lower number, but in total there were 604,638 BEVs sold in the first 10 months of 2022, according to the numbers from Inside EVs, up from 378,000 units last year, but Tesla grew 50.2% and added 131,000 units to their sales this year in the first 10 months, getting to 391,937 units. And those numbers seems to be about right, as Q1 was about 113,000, Q2 was at 117,000, and Q3 was 131,000. So that adds up to 361,000 units, and then we are just missing the 10th month of the year, and in Q3 the average monthly sale was about 43,000 units, so getting to 391,000 seems like no problem at all for the first 10 months in the US. So Tesla is a big piece of the growth story in the US. And as you can see here on this chart, to even call them competition might be a little too early, as Tesla is still sitting on about 65% of the market. We kind of have to add everyone else together and they still can't get closer, but it does look less depressing for the other guys this way. And even if we just look at the premium segment in the US, not EV, but overall, Tesla is also dominating here. Tesla's 391,000 units is about 120,000 units in front of number 2, that is BMW, with its 267,000 units sold. And remember, BMW was the leader in this segment just last year and was only just passed by Tesla in Q1 of this year, and Tesla is now already dominating, pulling further and further away. Now selling 2.5 times more premium cars in the US than someone like Audi year to date. And it is about to get even higher, as Texas just announced they have hit the 3,000 units per week run rate. And as this was shared on Thursday, I guess they are talking about week 49. And in my prediction tracker, I had 3,200 units for week 49. So it seems that my prediction is holding up pretty well here. So Texas should end the year off with somewhere between 3,500 to 3,800 units per week run rate. So everything looks to be on track for an epic Q4. And former CEO of Ford, Mark Fields, had some good things to say about Tesla, but we can also hear that he's still missing a few things to understand Tesla, the company.
And when you look at Tesla, first and foremost, they are a battery and technology company that happens to make cars. That's a big advantage. They have a big first mover advantage there. That being said, they got a lot of challenges, right? Demand, we've heard about China slowing down, whether it's COVID or demand, we'll see. Here in the U.S., they had 100% share starting, so it can only go down. But it is going down. But importantly, under $50,000, they don't have a product. That's where the growth is going to be going forward as you shift from early adopters to mass adoption. So that's going to be a challenge for them. And then you have the whole situation around the CEO focused. I mean, in the auto industry, it's a 24/7 job. And you're focusing every day on your team around the world. How do you improve efficiency? How do you improve sales? How do you improve the product? And with Elon Musk, he's got a lot of balls in the air. And then you have to ask the question, because, it was a startup that now has grown to the volume that it has, not every decision can come up to the CEO as it has.
Right.
So you have to ask yourself the question, what's the decision making there if the boss isn't there full time?
Firstly, I agree, Tesla is a technology company that happens to be making cars. Many automotive analysts are still to realize this, but it will happen soon enough. But Mark is also talking about Tesla having problems because they don't have more affordable cars in the $25,000 to $40,000 range. But what he seems to forget is that Tesla has already been out saying that their next EV platform is half the price of their current EV platform, meaning that Tesla can build an EV for about $18,000 instead of the $36,000 with the Model Y and Model 3 platform. And they will start production of that car in 2024. So Tesla is not in trouble. They already have this car in the plan and it will start production in probably 2024. But someone like Volkswagen has just delayed their more affordable platform until the end of the decade. That is a problem. Tesla already has this planned and worked out. What do you think the expansion in Shanghai is for, and the expansion in Berlin, and the expansion in Texas is for? Well, Elon Musk's extreme scale, and that will of course include Tesla's affordable model. They are not going to extreme scale without the most affordable model they will have to truly get to the mass market. So this is not a problem for Tesla. They will scale up their production of the Model Y and 3 next year, and the Cybertruck and semi-truck will start ramping up. But 2024, 2025 is when the first step of Tesla's extreme scaling will truly begin. And about that everything does not go up to the CEO of the company, well, that shows us that Mark does not know how Tesla is run. This might be how Ford is run, and that is the world he knows, but not many daily things have to come up to the CEO Elon Musk in Tesla. Tesla has empowered their employees to make changes on their own. So Tesla will continue to make innovation and changes and ramp up production with or without Elon Musk there. He is not needed for these processes. Elon Musk is where the bottlenecks is. But right now, Tesla is actually running very smoothly, so there is not some huge bottlenecks that needs to be solved. So people need to stop worrying so much about Elon spending time on Twitter. Tesla is doing just fine, and it's not like Elon is not working on Tesla at all, but the Twitter noise is just drowning everything else. But this will go away, and Tesla's fundamentals have never looked better. And remember, Elon Musk also said that he will make sure that Tesla's shareholders will benefit from the Twitter long term. So stay calm. Just because Mark doesn't know how Tesla works doesn't mean anything problematic is happening with Tesla, because Elon Musk is also helping out on Twitter right now. But all the noise is pushing down the stock price, and that is why I just bought some more stocks. We all know Volkswagen is having software problems, but they might be making it even worse now. Gene of the EV Universe tweeted, Volkswagen Group just announced it will hold an extraordinary general meeting 2022 tomorrow, and asked Alex if he knew what this was about, and Alex replied, CEO Moomoo wants to present his new software strategy at the meeting tomorrow. We should assume that they will announce the outsourcing of the software development, which is not solving their problem, but probably increase them. Yes, this would be a disaster if this is the case. This is actually the problem that Herbert was trying to fix. As he said a couple of years ago, not even a single line of code comes from us, and he knew that meant that they would never be able to keep up with someone like Tesla if they had software being stitched together from 10 to 50 different software companies. And this would make an over-the-air update close to impossible, as they has also showed us. So that is why Volkswagen bought Carrot in the first place, to try to make their own car operating system that could be updated over the air. And yes, it has been a disaster so far, but as I said way back then, you just don't become a good software company overnight. But no matter what, this is still the way to go. They need to be able to make their own software so they can make changes and improvements all the time, easily and quickly, and don't have to wait on many third-party suppliers, or they will just never be able to keep up with Tesla or all the Chinese that have a much longer experience with making in-car software. So if we hear Volkswagen is throwing in the towel on making their own operating system, I really think they're taking 5 steps back in this EV race and will be left behind. But they have just said that they will fix their buggy software now, but you have to come into the dealer to get the software update. I mean, come on. But unfortunately, we do see Volkswagen making these kind of mistakes all the time, like with the software. Like we also see Volkswagen is now coming out with a new version of the ID.3 that they say will fix all the problems with the ID.3, so also admitting that they had a lot of problems with the ID3, and the new version will also have a glass roof and matrix LED light, and criticism from ID3 owners have also forced Volkswagen to upgrade their cabin with higher quality fabrics and materials, especially the upper trims. Finally, I might add, that was exactly what I said in my little review a couple of years ago, that the interior was just feeling too cheap and plastic for the price. But as I also said, it is a nice little electric car. It is just too expensive for what you get. So now you will get the new LED lights, glass roof, hopefully fixed software, and better materials inside the car. So have they also fixed the price, as it was a bit too high, and now with the competition coming to Europe from China like the MG4 that is already a bit cheaper than the ID3 as it is, as Volkswagen also stopped the ID3 Pure version that was their cheapest version. So what will they do now with the new model? Well, they will make it about $10,000 more expensive. This car will in some countries become as expensive as a Tesla Model Y. That's insane. Who in their rightful mind would buy an ID3 over a Tesla Model Y? A much bigger car, more range, more power, more everything at the same price. They might have solved most of their problems with the ID3 with this new version that is coming 3 years after they launched the ID3, but they will price themselves completely out of the market. I really think that things are looking worse and worse for Volkswagen. They are constantly making some very strange decisions. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this new show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. The Tesla Model S Plaid has just hit the streets of Europe. If you haven't seen my video about me going down to Flensburg to meet up with one of my patrons, so check out his brand new Plaid Model S. You should definitely check that one out. And I just wanted to give a huge thanks to Udo for taking the time to go all the way up and meet me to show off his car. Very, very much appreciated. And a big thanks to Michael, who owned the auto workshop where we could use his garage to get out from the cold. Michael is a representative of the MTech guys in Hamburg, so the guys that put in my automatic trunk in my Model 3, and here in Flensburg they are also cleaning cars. So if you live in Flensburg, don't forget to check him out. And Tesla has launched Tesla Electric, the electricity plan that offers low-cost clean energy for homes with Powerwalls, starting in Texas. Tesla Electric lets Powerwall owners generate and use and export sustainable power to run their homes. This is such a big no-brainer, and is really a big sleeping giant that Tesla is awakening. A very big piece of the future of the grid is here, Tesla Electric. And since Tesla launched its own insurance service in California nearly 2 years ago, the automaker has expanded the program across several US states. Tesla recently expanded the insurance plan to its 12th US state, Minnesota, and is saying it eventually plans to expand to all 50 states. Just another nice little business. It was only a couple of weeks back I reported that the huge 196 megawatt-hour Tesla Megapack battery was turned on in the UK. But this week I can report on yet another huge battery coming online here in Europe. In Belgium, they turned on a big battery consisting of 40 Tesla Megapacks, so able to store 100 megawatt hours of stored energy. So not quite as big as the one in the UK, but still a very big battery that is going to store a lot of energy made from renewables. And the crazy thing is that this big battery replaces a turbojet generator from World War II. Yeah, I think it was about time to upgrade that generator. And we also know that solar is the cheapest form of energy today, but a company in Texas has just made it 20% cheaper by mounting the solar panels on the ground. The startup Eros says its earth mount approach can reduce utility-scale solar cost by up to 20% by eliminating steel ranking. And they will mount a 100 megawatt solar farm to the ground in Texas. Wow, a 20% cost reduction. That is quite a big deal. And a Tesla neighborhood equipped with power walls, solar panels, and electric vehicle chargers has launched in Las Vegas near Lena. So yet another community going online with solar panels and power wall, helping out the grid. Nice. And Skoda may exit China to help Volkswagen. Skoda's withdrawal from China would allow parent Volkswagen Group to concentrate its effort in the country on its main Volkswagen brand, which is struggling in the face of the domestic competition. Skoda's Chinese models are currently built in the Volkswagen Group's joint venture factories, so if Skoda leaves China, this will help Volkswagen to produce more Volkswagen branded EVs. Yes, the Western car brands are truly struggling in Chinese competitive EV landscape. And Rivian and Mercedes pause plans for joint venture to build electric vans in Europe, even though they just signed the contract just 3 months ago. But I do think this is a good idea for Rivian just to focus on getting their EV production ramped up so they can start earning some money. And Tesla is going to take their pilot virtual power plant in Texas to statewide release. This is very good news, as the grid in Texas seems to could do with a little help to stabilize the grid. And Tesla opened last week in Thailand, as I reported in last week's news show, and according to a newspaper, Tesla sold 4,242, so 42 cars in the first day. That sounds very good, with that many orders placed in just one day. And Tesla is rolling out their holiday update with Apple Music as rumored, and a lot of other great stuff. Like you can now see your cabin camera from your mobile app, so you can keep an eye on your dog or just see the inside of your car while you're away. And you can also schedule your own light show on multiple vehicles simultaneously to create your own orchestra of light. And the one many have been waiting for, Steam, is here, bringing thousands of games to the new Model S and X refreshed. That is really going to set these cars apart from all the competition. Tesla now has PlayStation 5 level gaming in their two top-of-the-line cars with an epic sound system to take the game to a whole new level. And Elon also said it works with keyboard and mouse, and it syncs with your Steam profile so you can pick up where you left off at home, as Elon tweeted. Yes, Elon tweets about Tesla. I hope everyone is happy again. He's tweeting about Tesla. Yay. And Tesla also said that track mode is coming for the Model Y Performance. And that is just perfect timing with me getting my Performance Model Y. And that was also part of the holiday update. So that is now up and running in my car, making my car even better. I love owning a Tesla. And just a other little thing I would like to share here that makes owning a Tesla awesome now that I have two. So this car is closed. This is what I love about Tesla. So it's closed for everybody else. It's open for me. I can get in. I don't have to push start or anything. Just press this one and I can drive. Push back up. There we go. All right, let me get out of my car here and say bye-bye. And over here, there's another car. So while I leave this one, it should blink at me. There we go. And now it's closed. And I come over here. And as you can see, this car is also closed. But I just open it. And I just get in. And I just press the lever. And it's ready to go. And that's it. That's goddamn easy. It's gotta be the easiest non-key whatsoever. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to remember anything. I just got one phone all connected to all cars. That is awesome. And that's gonna close all by itself as I go away. This one is closed off, closed for everybody else, but open for me. I love my Teslas. That is just how it's supposed to work. Seamlessly integration. Both cars are open to me, locked for everyone else. No need for a key or getting the phone out of your pocket or anything. I will never get a car that does not work like this. And according to Consumer Report data, the Tesla Model 3 and the second generation Nissan Leaf were the second and third most reliable electric vehicles. The 2022 Kia EV6 was the only vehicle to beat the Model 3 and the Nissan Leaf. However, the EV6 still has some aging to do before it can match the Model 3's reliability track record. And Redwood Material announced it would build its next battery materials campus in Charleston in South Carolina. South Carolina is one of the most ideal locations for Redwood's next remanufacturing plant, as it is home to more than 500 automotive companies. As Redwood said, when paired with the benefits of the recent Inflation Reduction Act, this strategic location also allows us the opportunity to invest more heavily at home while potentially exporting components in the future, allowing the US to become a global leader in the manufacturing capability. And we have been hearing about the third shift at the Berlin factory so many times, it's hard to take any rumor serious anymore. But we do have another one, so just wanted to pass it along. As per a report from Märkische Autozeitung, Tesla's Berlin factory is currently preparing to adopt the third shift operation. The new system is reportedly going to start on December the 16th. With such a system in place, Model Y production could continue around the clock in Giga Berlin and get that 5,000 units per week run rate going pretty quickly. And Starship 24 completes a single-engine static fire test at Starbase in Texas. That is just a very cool shot of that test. Hope we are getting closer to that Starship launch. And speaking of cool shots, look at this video capturing a Falcon 9 launch from a plane. Very cool. And we have a new king on the drag strip, beating the Tesla Plaid. Hargety made another very cool video where they are making a drag race between the Tesla Plaid and the Bugatti Chiron and the new Lucid Air Sapphire that should be able to beat the Plaid, and it did. It was a close race from all three, but Lucid took the title. Bugatti just took the second place over the Plaid that came last. Yeah, that is not a sentence we say often. The Plaid came last. So Lucid did it again, making an even more crazy beast to take back the title of Dragstrip King. So Elon, I guess it's time to bring back the Plaid Plus you didn't want to make. We all know Elon is very competitive, so I hope this will make him want to do that. Competition is always fun, and Lucid just upped the game. And if the accountant numbers here are accurate, the cost per vehicle should decrease in Q4 for Tesla, driven by higher percent of production at low cost at Shanghai factory, improved ramp efficiency at Berlin and Austin, and positive impact, for example, from the stronger US dollars. So he's predicting the cost per vehicle will be about $1,141 less. That may not sound like much, but when you multiply that with 450,000 vehicles, that becomes pretty significant and could make the Q4 numbers even better. And Norway has reached another milestone in the electric vehicle adoption, with every fifth car in the country now emissions free. Nice. And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my newest patrons and members of this YouTube channel. My two new patrons, Jim Barclay and Laura Sanborn. And my new thank you for watching members, Raymond Champagne and Jim Manishin, or something like that. Thank you so much for all your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this new show. Thank you. And a big and special thanks to Supporter of the Week. And this week, it of course had to be Udo, that not only was kind enough to show off his Plaid Model S to me, but he has also been a patron of mine for 28 months. Thank you so much, Udo, for all your support. Much appreciated. I will contact you on Patreon. In the meantime, go and check the merch store and find your free t-shirt or mug of your choice. Thank you, Udo. And let's end off with a bit of fun. We finally get to see how the mainstream media operates. That is all we have time for in this news show. This is also the last news show before Christmas. I will be sending out a new show on the 25th of Christmas, but I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support, and if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel and get your shout out on this show. You can also become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news as it comes out and more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. Now it's also possible to support the show without buying anything, becoming a member or a patron. There is a link to a donation options in the show notes. And also as simple as hitting the super like button. But going forward, I will be making more videos for patrons and members only. And I will give my YouTube members and patrons early access to my videos whenever possible and make my videos ads free for members and patrons only. So don't miss out. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.